Can we talk about your sensory processing stuff?
Yeah.
So, so when you were really little, you had a hard time with shoes,
Underwear,
socks, and underwear for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you feel you still have problems with?
All three.
All three still?
Yeah.
And what's interesting to me is what I don't understand because I don't have this. And forgive me for not understanding it. I don't have any personal experience of it. I put something on that's uncomfortable and I do what you do about pain. Is I go, oh, in a few minutes, it'll be totally fine. But you don't seem to be able to do that sometimes. Sometimes you can.
Yeah.
And sometimes you cannot. And there's no rhyme or reason to it for me. Like I can't, obviously there's some things where I go, she's definitely not wearing this skin tight, like tank top. She's not going to wear that.
Yeah.
But I mean, with some things, like I'll buy you something that looks like something you already have and it will be intolerable and I can't predict it. So not that I'm saying there's anything wrong with it. I find it interesting that sometimes things work and something almost identical, or maybe there's been times when you've worn an outfit one time and then the next time you go to wear it, you can't tolerate it. What do you think that's about?
I think it's mostly based on the day.
The day?
It, like, for me, it's not like every single day that it's like bad or anything like that. I think it like fluctuates, I guess. Because like some days I'm fine with putting on my shoes and I'm fine with that type of stuff and I'm fine with everything like that. But then on other days I'm like and it's just like,
what does it feel like on the days when you're like that?
It just feels like, you know, like if someone behind you and they like scared you, like the moment that you're scared, like that little like jolt
sort of
moment, like the height of that moment is how it feels like the entire time.
So it sounds kind of like intense and maybe raw.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. And then you feel like you need to like, you know how like you are really anxious about something and then like you stop breathing? It's like that feeling too.
Where you can't breathe?
Yeah. But it's not a feeling of I can't breathe. It's a feeling of if I breathe, my foot will move, which will make it more uncomfortable. And then I will like stop everything and like.
Do you think it triggers like a fight or flight type response? Like I got to get out of here type of response?
Yeah.
Do you think it's related to your anxiety?
No.
No. You think it's totally different?
Yes.
Does it trigger your anxiety?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's totally different.
Got it.
Triggers it, but it doesn't like, I don't know.
The anxiety doesn't cause it, but it causes anxiety.
Yeah.
So I wonder what causes it. I wonder why on those particular days, what's going on in your body? Like if it's a chemical thing, if it's a hormonal thing, if it's
I think it just depends on how I first put something on or how it first feels. I don't know what it is, but it like, I don't know. Or if something gets in like the wrong place, like if my bra like goes up my armpit too much, I will freak out. And then I'd have to go like to the bathroom in school and fix it. Stuff like that.
Interesting.
Or it feels like, you know, if you're like about to cry and you have like that knot in your throat, it feels like that as well.
All of this sounds like anxiety.
Well, it's anxiety producing. The uncomfort, like the discomfort.
Is that why you don't like me to touch your hair?
Yes. I hate that. I hate when people touch me. Like when you pinched my armpit today.
I tickled you. I did not pinch your
my
armpit. I went like this. Wicka, wicka, wicka.
Yeah,
it was one finger. You can't pinch with one finger.
No, but then the feeling of that stayed behind. And I just felt like that for like a little while.
Oh, God.
I didn't like it.
It's the residual of the mom touch. It's terrible.
Hate when people touch my hair.
You hate when people touch your hair?
I'd rather just go bald.
I hated when people touched my hair too.
Or when I have shaved legs.
What about it?
The feeling of putting pants on with shaved legs.
Oh, you don't like shaved legs?
No, I like them shaved, but I need to like wait for like a day to make them grow out a little so it feels normal.
So smooth leg, absolutely completely smooth shaved legs in pants is no bueno.
I mean, it's fine. I can deal with that, but like it's awful.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Just let them all be hairy.
No.
Just braid your leg hair and then you won't even notice. Then you could drag it behind you, like you know how those animals have like the fins on the back of their calves, those like fictional like sea creature animals, and it could just be hair.
You could gel it.
Yeah, totally. You could gel it. You could make a pompadour on your calf.
What is a pompadour?
Pompadour.
What is a pompadour?
It's the big hairdo that goes whoosh on the men where they put this gel on it.
There it goes like
Elvis Presley. Like Elvis Presley or like Danny and Danny Zuko in Greece.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, like a pompadour. You know, whatevs.
Pompadour.
Well, your sensory processing has always been you have a fascinating brain. And you know, I think I'm your mom on purpose. Like I think that you were supposed to be mine.
That's mean. I'm supposed to be yours.
Well, you are mine. You're my daughter. What are you talking about? But I think your spirit came to me to teach me stuff so that I could learn stuff about patience and tolerance and understanding, because it takes a lot of understanding to be able to kind of go, what's going on here? And how can I help? And what must this feel like? And I think you feel most of the time that I just go, oh, this is ridiculous. But I don't. I just a lot of times feel helpless and at a loss and unsure what I'm supposed to be doing to help, knowing that I probably shouldn't be trying to do anything to help. But I don't know. It's been an interesting journey with you through this sensory processing / dyslexia stuff / anxiety. I think the sensory processing and the learning processing are related.
I think so too.
And I think
because like the delay.
Mm-hmm.
The delay.
You have a processing delay. Is what they'd said. The processing delay doesn't mean that you're dumb. It means that you're
delay.
The woman described it perfectly. This woman described it perfectly. So if anybody listening has a child that's been diagnosed with a processing delay, this is how she described it to me. And I went, I completely get it now. So when I learn my multiplication tables, just for example, it could be anything. It could be history, whatever. But if I learn my multiplication tables, my brain has a file folder and it files it away in the file folder very neatly. So when someone says to me, what's 3 times 5? I go, 15. I found it right here in this file, 15. What's 10 times 10? 100. It's automatic for me because everything is neatly filed. For someone who has a processing delay, they have that same paperwork, but it's all piled on a desk. It's in a pile. So they have to mentally look through that pile on the desk to find what's 10 times 10. I know I've got it here somewhere.
Isn't it like if you had a stroke and you look for words?
I don't know if that's the same. I don't know. It may be, but I don't know. I can't say for sure if they're related at all. You don't have any damage in your brain. A stroke is a damaged brain. It's a part of the brain that's been damaged. So you don't have a damaged part. But when she told me that's how someone with a processing delays brain works, I went, that makes total sense. The information's all in there. It doesn't organize itself the way it does for me. So for you, you're just a little disorganized in there. So it takes you a minute longer to find the same answer, but you got the answer. It's in there.